Mayor Fisher became mayor of Louisville, Metro Louisville, one of the things he said was, after he was elected, we're going to build a bridge. And we had heard that for years and years, and we would always laugh and say, not in our lifetime. But sure enough, right shortly after that, the state came to us and said they needed some of our property for the new ramps for the bridge. So we really were scratching our heads, what are we going to do? It's very difficult to move a shelter, and we've been here for so long, people kind of became used to us being here. And so finally, it was decided that we could build behind the shelter and in a parking lot that we had up on Jackson Street. And so that's what we did. And we ended up with this beautiful building and this beautiful facility that is really a blessing to the homeless population. The nice thing about building from scratch, which we've never been able to do, was that we could actually design the building from the ground up to suit the needs of the homeless population. And so when you go through this building, you'll notice things like no drop ceilings, all exposed. When we built this new building, it was very easy to segment different parts of the homeless population that we serve in the shelter. We have the emergency shelter dormitory that's in the rear of the building. We have in this new building proper, there's 5 floors. The way they built it, it connects with our old building. And our old building still houses families, women, and a lot of permanent supportive housing for men and for women. We were also able to build a brand new gymnasium. We did not have a gymnasium here. We now have the Gus Goldsmith Gymnasium. This building is a jewel because it provides recreation opportunities, basketball goals, volleyball courts, foursquare for the children, hopscotch for the children. It provides some storage for food that we have that is donated. It also provides space for White Flag, and we can have as many as 150 in that gymnasium, 150 men on mats in that gymnasium, which is great because that expands our area in the times that we need the shelter the most, when it's extremely cold or extremely hot. Not only that, the way it's designed, the gymnasium is on the end of the building where they can go right from the gymnasium into the bathroom suite that serves the emergency dormitory. So they're right there. They have 12 showers, 12 vanities, 12 commodes, and they can also access the dining hall there. So it's a very reasonable flow for the work that we do here.
And we think because we don't wake up and think about I want to use, I want to go out here and use, we think about all these other things like the alcoholics do. So we obsess over it. And we become restless, irritable, and discontented.
Like what they do for us, you can't explain. It's something in the inside. Like it's people here that love me when I couldn't even love myself. And man, like God is doing some things in my life. He did a spiritual incision on me, and it's working, man.
I did graduate the recovery program here at Wayside Christian Mission, and now I'm receiving job training in the hotel management position.
I was pretty broken when I came in here, so I was lost. I was strung out on drugs. I was a real bad drug addict. Basically I lost everything. I was homeless. I had no clothing, none of that. So
I think the staff is a lot of it. They're really supportive. And I think mostly I noticed it on the second floor with the families and children.
I'm just real grateful, and I feel blessed today.
And I got what I need, I'm ready to go, and we start obsessing over it. Okay?
At Wayside, our clients have a lot of barriers to getting back on their feet. And of course, getting a job and securing a stable income is important. But to do that, one has to have transportation that is reliable and easy to use. Here at the shelter, we have a group of volunteers who have built and filled out a bike shop. It's called Wayside Wheels, and they have the bike shop open a number of times a week, and case managers can refer clients down to that bike shop to get a whole bike that has been donated and fixed up. They also perform repairs for anyone in the community. Can come and get repairs from just parts to bikes that aren't going to be rideable but have working parts to whole bikes that are going to work. So we would encourage any of those donations so that we can provide good transportation for the people who are here.
Yes, we do have a family shelter here with lots of kids and parents. And so Jefferson County Public School System is very mindful of children who are in homeless shelters and in less than desirable situations. They send tutors actually to the shelters 2 or 3 days a week after school. This is very important because a lot of the homeless children's parents, number one, are so caught up in the situation that they are in, they just don't have the wherewithal to help the children with the homework and to do the things that maybe some more fortunate parents can do. We are very, very grateful for the generosity of the Louisville community as far as it goes, providing clothing, food, all the things that we need. And we've always advertised out there that if you have something in your home that you don't need and it still has life, we can use it. And it's not just clothing and food. If folks have furniture and household goods, one thing a lot of people don't know is that when folks finally graduate from Wayside and they're ready to get their own apartments or their own homes and go back in society, they have nothing because they lost everything they did have when they came into the shelter. And so with those donations of furniture and household goods, we furnish their new apartments for them. And so we're very grateful for all those donations. Clothing, we give away a tremendous amount of clothing here. Food, folks are very good to donate food, everything from Kentucky Hunters for the Hungry that bring us wildlife to serve, everything from Dare to Care that provides a bulk of food on a daily basis for all the shelters in town, Kentucky Harvest, Trader Joe's, all of these types of places that provide us food that would otherwise go bad, but when it comes in a shelter, we have so many people, we can use it right away before it's out of date, and that's really a tremendous blessing. Even with the in-kind donations of food and clothing and furniture, we still have to keep the lights on in the shelter. We still have to keep the water on. We still have to keep the heat on in the winter. And so we do ask for money donations as well. This is what sustains us and keeps us going and keeps our doors open and provides for these folks who just need a little bit of help until they get to a better situation. Then large entities, that just adds up, and we ask people if they have a matching gift opportunity, we love that, and it doesn't have to be a spectacular amount. Corporations, many corporations will come and bring us a large check at Christmas time. It's a miracle a lot of times coming in that door because it's providing what we can't provide anywhere else. It's very important to us.
For those individuals that are lost and seeking shelter and refuge, assistance with their addiction and with life, Wayside Christian Mission is the place to be.
It's got me reconnected with God. I mean, it saved my life, you know, and I wish and I hope and pray that the people still suffering do find their way to Wayside because they do help. They really do.
Wayside has a very intense program that it will work if you are willing and open-minded about, you know, recovery, and you can make it. Just glad I'm here and glad I'm getting the help that I need.